Hello everyone. Again, I am here to teach you the one more chapter, chapter number 14 of your book Statistics. And I already told in the previous class some part of this chapter has removed. So I will tell you. I have already told at 14.4 and a few questions from 14.3 had removed. So that we will not solving the video and that will not be the part of the examination. Now to start this chapter, so the chapter number 14 is statistics. Statistics means that data which we get in the our day-to-day life or from the surrounding or from the other source, external source that we try to be arranged in a meaningful way. So for that the arranging the data in a meaningful way come in the branch of mathematics. That branch is called statistics. I hope the data is arranged in a meaningful way and that data is arranged in the meaningful way and it come in the branch of mathematics. That branch of mathematics is called statistics. So in this video we will discussing about the introduction of the chapters data. When I talk about data means number of the students in class 9th, number of the boys in the class 9, number of the student, number of the black dress I have, number of the white dress you have, or they depend. The data can be number of the length of the leaves, number of the children in the surrounding. That all come in data, and number of the seats won by the political party. This all are the example of data. So this data we have divided into two groups. So one is the primary data, second is the secondary data. Primary data and the secondary data. The primary data means data which was collected by the person himself or herself. Means who, if you are collecting data yourself, then that data will be considered as the primary data. For example, if I somebody asks, if I ask to find the number of the boys and girls of your class, so that data will be collected by you. It will be the under come in the category of primary data, and there can be the many things. If you want, you can, if you collect the number of the friends are having a birthday in the month of December. The December month is going on. If you find how many friends your friends is having the birthday in the month of December, that data was collected by you. It will also come in the primary data, and the data which was collected from the other external source, that is called secondary data. For example, I have just now given number of the seat won by any political party. Now the election was held in the Bihar. How many seat was won by any political party? That was not collected from your side. The data that you get from the other source, that come in the secondary data. Or the number of the corona patients in the Sagar division, so that was also not collected by you. That will come in the secondary data. That data that collected by other source, and that will come in the secondary data. So in the exercise 14.1, that not to be solved in that is not for any mathematical formula. We are not to apply that, only to for the understanding that we have to give the example. In first question it was asked, write a fine example of from day-to-day life which where you had where you are going to collect the data. So you can write any five example: number of the student of your class, number of the friend having the birthday in December month, number of the dress, white dress you have, number of the children you have in neighborhood, and the electricity bill of your locality. What is the bill that now number of them number of the any or the number of the patients, TB patient that was of any region, or that such data. For example, you have to write. And the question number 2, what we have to write, that primary what data you had collected. Among that, how many are the primary data, how many are the secondary data. If the data you had collected, it will become primary data. or data which you got from other source, it will come as secondary data. So 5 examples first you write, then you divide in question number 2 how many are the primary, how many are the secondary data. I hope you understood this questions. So you can, I think this question you can do in your copy. There won't be any difficulty in solving this question. Now exercise 14.2. Now we'll solve that two questions are there. In exercise 14.2, before starting exercise 14.2, we will discuss the two type of data. One is the group data, other is the ungrouped data. So group data and ungrouped data means what? We'll take one example. Suppose in the mathematics examination, number of students got less than 10 marks. They are the 5 students, 60 students suppose. And 20 marks some student got, that is the 10 student. 30 students some got, the other 50 student. And the 40 marks got, the other again 11 student. 50 got, the other 2. So this is out of 50 marks. This was the data that is called maybe the in category of the ungrouped data, because number 10 number marks 16 are there. So this is the ungrouped data. Now we have, because we are the we had not taken any intervals, and this data we can convert in the form of the group data also. So we can write in this way. If this is the if we have to convert in the form of group data, we'll take in the how many students got more 0 to 10. How many students got marks between 0 to 10? We'll write here suppose 10. How many got 10 to 20? That will write here 11. 20 to 30, again we'll write here 15. And how many got 30 to 40? Suppose 5. How many got 40 to 50? Suppose 6. So this is called a group data, because here we had taken the group. Okay, from between 0 to 10, how many students are there? From 10 to 20, how many students got the mark? That will come in the category of the group data. So in group data, the class intervals are there. So this first the 0 value 0 to 10, this is called the lower limit, and the 10 will be called the upper limit. So when I am writing this 0 to 10, this will be the lower limit, and this 10 will be called the upper limit, lower limit and upper limit. This 10, 0 is the lower limit and the 10 is the upper limit. So 0 to 10, 10 to, again this 10 will be the lower limit, 20 will be the upper limit, 20 lower limit, 30 will be the upper limit. So it goes on. So when we have this group data, we have to keep one thing in the mind. Suppose when we are calculating the number from 0 to 10, 10 will not include in the upper limit. It will always include in the lower limit. So here we will take the 0 to 9. That 10 to 19, not 0 to 10. I hope you understood this question. Now we will solve the exercise 14.2. So exercise number 14.2, you can see in the I had taken this book here, and this is a very lengthy question to write, so you can refer from the book also. This is the blood group of 30 students of class 8 as recorded as follow. I think you can see it very clearly. So the some student students are in the blood group A, B, O, AB, like this many students are there, and represent this data in the form of frequency distribution table. What is the most common and what is the rarest blood group among this student? Means we have to first arrange in the form of the table, frequency distribution table. Then we have to tell which blood group is the common, means which is the maximum blood group the students are having, and which is the rarest. Okay, I hope you understood the questions. So this will meet the frequency distribution table of exercise 14.2. First questions, here we write a blood group, here we write the number of students. Blood group is A. How many students have in the blood group A, B, O and AB. How many student has having the blood group A, that we have to write here. So you have to see from that data how many students is having the blood group A. So 9 are there. B, you have to count from there, 6 are there, and 12 are the O blood group, and AB is the 3. And total will be the 30, because total number of students are. So this you will get in this form. A will be 9, B will be 6, O will be the 12, and AB will be 3. So total student will be the 30. 30 students are there. That is the from the table. Now among that, which is the common blood group? O is the common blood group, because the maximum student of class 8 is having the blood group O. And which is the rarest blood group? AB is the rarest, because only 3 students are having the blood group AB. So we write the most common blood group is the. So this way you have to count most common blood group. And rarest is AB. So I hope you understood this questions, and you can now solve you can solve this question in the copy. Now question number 2. Question 2, you can see there are the 14 engineers. 14 engineers, they go for the work, and they are written that again this is the 14 engineers, and of 14 engineers from their residence to the place of work where they work. So some engineers go 5 kilometers, some go 3, some 10, 20, 13. And now it is asked to make group frequency distribution table. When it is asked to make group frequency distribution table, then 100% we have to make the class interval, like 0 to 10, 10 to 15, like this. So group frequency distribution table, it is compulsory to make the class interval. So with the class size 5, class size 5 means you have to take here in this form 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. When there should be the gap of 5, 5. You can't take 0 to 10, because it is written in the question class size will be of the 5. And after taking the first interval 0 to 5, it is written 5 will not include it. 5 we have to not. I already told, when we take 0 to 5, the upper limit is not included in that class interval. And what main features do you observe from this tabular representation? So first we'll make this frequency distribution table. Then we will see that what information we can get from the table. So we'll write here distance in kilometers. Distance in the kilometers. Then we'll write here, if you want to make the telemarks is okay, otherwise without telemarks is also okay. And the telemarks, if you want, I am not do it is not compulsory. And the number of frequency means how many times frequency. So 0 kilometers, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Why I written 0 to 5? Because it is mentioned in the question we have to take class size 5. Now where it will go, you have to see from the table what is the highest longest distance traveled by the engineer. So from the table it is clear that the longest distance covered by the engineer from the place of work to the place of work is 32 kilometers. That means we have to take the table up to 35. Why I took up to 35? Because the 32 was the longest distance traveled by the engineers. 32 will come between 30 and 35. If I take up to 30, the 32 will not be, there will not be a place to represent 35, 32. So this table will go up to 35. Now, for the table you have to see how many engineers goes from 0 to 5. So if you see that 5 engineers are there, this telemark will make you write the 5. 5 to 10 kilometers is traveled by the how many engineers? It will be the 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the how many engineers travel from 10 to 15? Again it is 11. 11, 20. Now, how many engineers travel from 15 to 20? It is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. This 5. 1, 4. 9. Then how many engineers travel from 20 to 25? 1. 25 to 30. Again 1. 30 to 35. 2. Total become 11 plus 11, 22, 25, 22 plus 27, 27 plus 9, 35, 36, 37, 37, 39. So again here it will be 11 plus 11, 22, 27, 37 plus 36, 37, 38, 40. Total engineers is the 40 because total number of engineers are 40. So this is the question we are supposed to find. And so it was asked one more question. What are the main features you observe from this table? So main features you can observe from the table: the maximum engineers travel less than 15 kilometers. You can see 11, 11 and 27. Means 27 engineers are there which travel less than 15 kilometers from their home residence to the place they are working. How many engineers are there? 27. So I hope you can write the main features we can observe from this table. Number of the engineers travel less than 15 kilometers. So maximum. So you can write here number of the engineers travel less than 15 kilometers to from resident to place of work. This is the answer you can write in the right line. So I hope you understood this question. I'll take the next question. Third. This is exercise easy and you can try to now this question is tried. Relative humidity of the in certain city for the month of 30 days are follows. This is the table it was made. Again it is written to find construct a group frequency distribution table. Now again I told group frequency distribution table means we have to make the class interval, and to make the class interval we have to see what is the smallest number, smallest digits. Smallest digits is I think 84, 84.9. So we have to start table from 84. It is written at 84 to 86. Then we have to make group frequency distribution table. The which month you will see this will be the common, and what is the range of the data. Range means the highest frequency minus lowest frequency, the formula for range. So along with by using that formula we can solve this exercise with this question. So third questions 84 to 86. Now this class interval will go up to 100 because the highest number and the highest humidity percentage was 90, 96, 99, more than 98.6. Highest frequency was 98.6. So we have to take 98 to 100 because 98 will not come here. 98 will be included here. So it 98.16. So this is the table. Class size was of 2. Now we have to write here. This is the relative frequency, relative humidity percentage. Humidity percentage. So humidity percentage was there and frequencies was there. Frequency 1, 2 times the 1 here 2. 7674. So this is the frequency you will get, and the total will be the 30 because it is of the 30 days. 30 days the humidity percentage was calculated. Now this humidity will be the common when we have the rainy seasons. So it was asked in the which month or season do you think this dot will come? So if we talk about the season, it was asked which month of season or do you think this data is most? So you can write the month will be the season will be the rainy season, and the month will be in the month of July we have the humidity maximum. What is the range of this data? So highest frequency minus lowest frequency. So highest frequency is 99.2. So the second question you can write the rainy season. Rainy season, or if the month you write then the July. Third, range. Range means the highest frequency minus lowest range of data. So highest is 99.2 and lowest is the 84.9. So you have to subtract this 84.9, you get 14.3 is the answer. Now question number 4. Question number 4. There are the height of the 50 students. Height of the 50 students we have measured near centimeters. Now this was the highest, the height of the 50 students, and some are the height is in the centimeter. Some students is having the height of 165, 160, 150, 154, 165. It goes on. Now we have to represent the data in the form of group frequency distribution. Again we have to make the table. So they had asked to take the 160 to 165, but this is the little wrong because we can't take one from 160 because lowest number which we are getting in this table is I think 150. If the 150 is the lowest, how we can start from 160? So we have to obviously start from 150 and the highest numbers till the highest number, but we'll take the class size of the file and then what you calculate from the height of the table that we will write afterwards. So first this you have to see this clearly. Will not start from 160 because 160 if you start this 150, 154, 151, 150 will be a part of the group that class interval. So we will start from whenever this data is there you have to start from lowest value. So we'll take here. This is the question number 4. Height in centimeters, and the frequency. Height in centimeter, frequency. So this will be the 150, because 150 is the lowest number we are getting in that table. 150 to 155, and 155 to 160, 160 to 165, 165 to 170, 170 to 175. Now you have to always remember one thing. This all should be always in the regular form. Regular form means if it starts for 150, it should end with 155. If again 150, then it should end to 160. Likewise, it goes up to 175. Now, this is the frequency we are going to get: 12, 9, 14, 10, and 5. Total students are 50. Total student will be the 50. You can write it, total is the 50. So this is the data you will get. Now, what you conclude from this table? So you can see that maximum student is having the height less than 165, because 150 to 155 only 12 students are there, 155 to 160 9 are there, and 165 to 14 are there. 14 plus 26 plus 35, almost 14 plus 12, it will be 26 plus 35, means out of 50, 35 student is having the height less than 165. So what you conclude from the table, you can write the maximum students is having the height less than 165. So you can, this is the answer. Maximum students have height less than 165 centimeter is the answer. Now question number 5th. So I hope you understood this question and how to solve this question. Now question 5th, I think they are all easy questions, and if you study on your own, that will not be affecting, means you will not be getting trouble. So that question you can try. 5th, 6th you can do as the homework, and I will solve the question number 7th questions, and 8th and 9th you can see here. 7th question. Now this is question number 7. So this is the pi questions. So this is why I had taken this question. This is the easy question you can solve. It is already written what to do in this question. And the 7th question, this is the value of the pi. The value of the pi you can see 3.14, and the after decimal 50 numbers are there. After decimal 50 decimal numbers are there, and we have to make frequency distribution of digits from 0 to 9. We have to not make the ungrouped data, we have to make, and 0, 1, 2, and then we have to find which is the most and least number occurring digits. So we'll make the table and we'll see what is the answer of the question number 7. So after decimals we have to see the numbers. So after decimals, how many numbers are there that come? So we'll write here question number 7, digits, and how many times they occur, that is a frequency. So they had asked to take from start till from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and the 9. Now 0 occur how many times? 2 times. 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 8, 4, 5 times, 6, 4, 7, 4, 5 and 8. Total is the 15. Now this is the something data we are going to get. So you can see that, but one thing you have to keep in the mind when you make this find for the 3, not include the 3 which is the not in the decimals. Means we have to see the numbers which is in the decimals. So mostly students make the mistake with the 3 because 3 we are starting with 3, but it is asking the question you have to make the table from the after decimals. So I hope this 3 or before the decimal you will not include in that group. So now along with this along from this question we have to see 10 which number is the most occurring digits. 3 come how many times? 8 times. 9 also come 8 times. That means the 3 and 9 are the most occurring digits. The 3 and the 9 are the most occurring digits. And the what is the least occurring digit is the 0. This is the least one. Last time it came. If the 0 came only 2 times, the least occurring digit is the 0. And the most occurring digit is the, this is the most and this is also most occurring digits. So we write here the least occurring digits is the 0 and most occurring digits is the 3 and 9. 3 and 9 is the most occurring digits. So along with these questions, now rest 2 questions which left. You can try this question, and if you have doubt you can contact to me. You should try to complete the 14.2 because I think this is a very easy exercise. You have studied in the previous classes also, and with next class we'll start the 14.2 3 exercise, and the few questions we have to solve. Rest was removed. Thank you. Have a nice day.